Hey girl, welcome back to another episode of Rock That Fitness with Anna Rockstar. Today I'm flying solo, and I have some exciting news. I'm making an official announcement today. So this is going to be all about the partnership of Rock That Fitness and Marek Health. So let's dive right in. So recently, over the past couple of months, I had an I don't know, an amazing, a fantastic experience with a group called Marek Health. I know I've been talking about it. I know I've mentioned it on the podcast, and I did have an episode that I did all about hormones and my own experience. And today I want to share a little bit. I want to give you an update about where I am with that, and then make this official announcement. This is an official announcement. Our rockstar. Oh my gosh, I sound like I have a lisp. Our rock stars in Rock That Fitness know all about it. But now it's time for me to make this really official and make the official announcement. So here is the official announcement. Rock That Fitness has officially partnered with Marek Health, the online virtual group, telehealth group. And I'm going to tell you all about that. I'm super excited about this because I do not just promote anything. I really have hardly anything, like there's not even a lot of like monetary stuff going on here in terms of what Rock That Fitness is going to get financially. It's not even about that. It's about I had an awesome experience. I'm having an awesome experience with Marek Health, and I'm excited to share this resource. I actually went to them. I'm getting ahead of myself. I did want to do an affiliation with them, but they went above and beyond, and they said, let's do a partnership. So that makes me really excited. Like, wow, they think enough of Rock That Fitness. They think enough of me as a coach and I guess as a digital CEO that they want to partner with RTF. So this is very exciting news. And basically, I'm going to tell you my story of how this happened. And I'm going to give you an update of my own current treatment of how things are going. So here we go. Basically, here's the thing, ladies, all of us who are over 40, or if you are already going through perimenopause, you're already going through phases of your biological health, your life, where you're having the hormonal shifts. That's going to happen. There's no getting out of it. We are going to have hormonal shifts as we're aging, in terms of, well, a lot of different things. But what I'm talking about specifically has to do with your sex hormones and your metabolic hormones like thyroid, insulin, these kind of things. But for me, my personal experience is this. It's important. I believe it's very important that we get annual labs. So getting a physical annually, men and women, I believe strongly in that, the importance of it. There's so many things that we can just take care of in our life, in our lifestyle, for prevention, on the prevention side of things with our health. We don't have to wait till we get sick or something's wrong. It's amazing all the stuff we can do to take care of ourselves. And especially when we do this prevention. A physical is simply a prevention. It's staying up to date on how you're doing physically. And so that does include blood work and getting comprehensive blood work panels. So yeah, that's just a side note. Make sure you're doing this for yourself. So what happened for me is, over the past few years, I knew that I was having hormonal shifts, but it wasn't impacting me. It wasn't making me feel some kind of way that I felt like I needed to do something differently. Yes, my gynecologist did let me know that I was running low on testosterone, but since I didn't really have any kind of symptoms or any perimenopause or menopausal symptoms that I felt like were affecting my lifestyle, my life, my fitness, I didn't feel the need to do anything about it. So this past year, it became very clear to me that I knew I was already in the phase of menopause, clearly, based on my blood work, number one, last year. And then based on some of the symptoms that I was having, some unusual anxiety that I never have had, and just unusual, like for no good reason. The sense of anxiety, night sweats. I did experience more night sweats when I drank alcohol, and then I eliminated the alcohol, and then that definitely made a huge improvement in my sleep and not having the night sweats so much. But then when they started to come back, I was like, oh, this is not just alcohol related, which, by the way, FYI, I have not been drinking alcohol for well over a year now, over a year. And it's amazing and it's great. I don't miss it one bit. But anyway, so the night sweats did tend to feel like I was having more fatigue and less energy, especially in the gym. A little bit of some brain fog, I guess you could call it, sort of, maybe. I don't know. But definitely some areas in my life where I was not as energetic, didn't have quite that oomph in my life. And definitely my libido was really dropping quickly. And that was a huge red flag for me because I do not want that to happen so prematurely. Hey, I'm going to keep it real all the way. All the way. I'm always here for that. So, nothing to hide here. My life, what I have to share with you, what I am learning and growing in as a, as a nurse, as a mom, as a wife, as a coach, everything that I do, open book, girl. I feel like I really have nothing here, nothing to hide. Everything I'm learning and growing through, I want to share with you as well. So anyway, what was going on with me and my gynecologist is that, yes, going through these hormonal shifts, yes, I was low on testosterone. I wanted to know how I could replace this hormone that my body was no longer producing. Why? Because I knew it was impacting my libido. I knew it was going to impact my bone health, my joint health, my muscles, and these kind of things. Now, I just want to say that replacing hormones, hormone replacement therapy is not quote unquote cheating. And there have been huge advancements in this area. I am not an expert, so please do your own research. But for myself, I'm like, you know what? Yes, I do want to do something about this. And I asked my gynecologist, but he only had one form that he was offering, which was a pellet, which I didn't want because I wanted to have actual control over dosage and frequency. And I was thinking, you know what, I really want to have more control over dosage and frequency so that it can be controlled and I can know what's going on. But he didn't offer that. So also, I really just wanted to get a full-on comprehensive panel that told me everything. So I had some connections online, of course, all the people that I'm connected with, and I decided that I wanted to do this with Marek Health. So I got into it. I went through the process, and lo and behold, I just fell in love with their process. They don't take insurance, fine, out of pocket, but they do take a FSA and HSA. So that's a good thing. But so I did this and I am so pleasantly pleased because I did talk to the health coach. I got my full review, comprehensive blood work review. I got to talk to the health coach, and then I also had the consultation with a provider so I could learn what are some things I can do, what are some supplementations I can make on my own in my life, and what treatment plan can I actually do through Marek Health. So I have been replacing hormones since for the past, what has it been, like June, July, August? So it's been at least 8 weeks now. I just went and got follow-up labs because that's required so that we can see how things are going, right? You check things first, then you do the treatment, and then you get a follow-up lab. Let's see how this is going and see if we need to make any adjustments. So I haven't gotten the results of that yet. But I can tell you right now, physically, girl, the results are amazing. I have not been having night sweats. I have been sleeping great through the night, feeling great, feeling energized, feeling awake when I wake up in the morning, getting through my entire day without feeling the fog, having clear-headedness, not feeling anxiety. Libido is right back where I feel very great about it. So many great things. I just cannot say enough. So I don't even need the blood work to tell you that things are really doing better. But I am looking forward to seeing what the follow-up blood work says, because I want to see how's it going, what's up with that. So anyway, that's been my experience. Anyway, the thing is, Marek Health now, this is the announcement that I want to make, and this is basically just going to be a short episode to let you know what this is all about. Marek Health is an online telehealth group. And they use preventative medicine and evidence-based treatment plans to help their clients get actual solutions to improving their overall health, fitness, and wellness. I'm just reading straight from my notes, girl. I want to make sure I get this covered. Marek takes their clients step by step through an individual treatment plan, starting with the diagnostics of a comprehensive blood work. And then they give actionable recommendations after a consultation with a licensed provider. And so they give individualized treatment plan, and it's all done virtually, except for the part where you go to LabCorp to get your blood work. So it's all done virtually. Woo! Yeah, it's been a great experience for myself. What I love is that now that we're partnered, now that Rock That Fitness is partnered with Marek Health, we are able to you're able to do this through Rock That Fitness. And you might be asking, and the question is, well, why would I go through Rock That Fitness instead of going straight to Marek Health? Well, because you want to save the monies. That's why. So it is. It's just a privilege and an honor to be able to work with them. And those clients that come through RTF are going to have, there's this big thing. You're going to save money because you won't have to make a commitment to seeing a provider. What happens is you go through the process through RTF, and you sign up, and you then you get to talk to the health coach and find out what's going on a little bit there. I think it's a 45-minute consultation with the health coach. You get your blood work drawn. You stay in contact with them via email, and then you go get your blood drawn, and then they send you a full comprehensive review, reviewing everything that your blood work is letting you know. And it's amazing. Blood work these days, these comprehensive labs and diagnostic tests can cover so many things. They can tell you about your every system in your body, your liver, your kidneys, your heart, your gosh, how many, all of your hormones, everything, your cognitive function, everything. You're going to see there's so many biomarkers that your blood work is going to show. And it's very important, especially ladies, as we're aging, we're aging, we're going into menopause, to know what's happening. It's different for every single one of us. Your individual blood work is a picture of what's going on with you and your health and your body from the inside, which means so much more than what's going on the outside. Like, you can look healthy as all get out, but who knows what's happening on the inside. I've heard this, I've seen this, I've talked to other clients where they didn't feel so good. They look great on the outside. They're doing their workouts, they're eating healthy, they're doing all the things, yet something is not quite right, whatever it is. And then they get their blood work done and they find out, my goodness, I did not know that my thyroid was off, or I did not know that I was so low in progesterone, or I was so low in testosterone or estrogen. So it's fascinating to me because it's a very individual thing. And I know that before I got involved in this, I'm here I'm constantly learning, right, and growing myself. And I was thinking, why not just make sure you're doing all the things that you can do already with your nutrition, with your fitness, with making sure you're getting optimal sleep. Do all of these things so that you can rule those things out and then go get your blood work. But I think get your blood work regardless, so you can know, and you'll know. But yeah, I think women are too quick to run to this idea that, oh, it's just my hormones. And then they don't even check and see what it is. They use this as some kind of excuse for why they're not able to lose weight, why they're not able to lose fat, why, whatever it is, whatever the problem is, they're using that as an excuse. And they're saying, I just, whatever it is, right? I'm hypothyroid, or whatever. Well, are you? please don't make these assumptions without actually getting a full on comprehensive blood panel to find out. And like, I'm not an expert. I'm not going to get into the details. The thing is that a lot of doctors, and they're not helping their client. They're not helping their patient. Maybe you have the best doctor in the world and they are actually giving you a full comprehensive blood work, and they're giving you a full comprehensive review of your blood work and really giving you some solutions, some treatment plans that's helping you, and you are thriving. And that is wonderful. And I'm glad for you. But many women don't realize that just because your doctor tells you that your labs are normal, they may not be optimal. And that's the part for me. Like, I don't want my health to be compared to the average woman my age, because I don't want to be average. I want to optimize my health, girl. I want to do whatever I can to slow down the decline, because I want to live a healthier, stronger, fitter life. And what are the things that I can do that are going to help me age stronger, healthier, and fitter? And we know, there may be some risks involved, but most of the time, the pros are going to far outweigh the cons. And that's what I want. I want to know my options. Now, even though I got my full comprehensive labs, there were a lot of things that were either recommended, but they weren't essential. And I can do these kind of supplements on my own. And some of these things, they were recommended, highly recommended and needed. And so I went ahead with that. So treatment for testosterone, low progesterone for myself. Um, Interestingly, I didn't have low estrogen. That hasn't happened yet, but for a lot of women, it has. So but if I hadn't gotten my labs done, I wouldn't know these things. I wouldn't know. And so, yeah, that's the point I want to make. And the point is that just because your doctor says that things are normal, your labs are normal, and then many women don't know, well, like, what does that really mean? What labs were taken? Was it just a regular metabolic panel of labs that just kind of gives you sort of a mini overview, but not necessarily telling you exactly what's going on with your sex hormones? And when I say sex hormones, I am talking about testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, and then the other hormones that help those hormones, like pregnenolone. And so that's what I'm talking about, especially not just that, but also your metabolic hormones, the things having to do with your thyroid and your insulin. And knowing these levels can be a game changer in how you can navigate your health and take back take back your power in your health, and not walk away with a doctor telling you, everything's normal, you're good, but you're going home struggling day after day, thinking, why am I having brain fog? Why do I feel sluggish, without energy? Why this and that? When you didn't really get a full panel of labs to know what your sex hormones are doing, what your metabolic labs, what's happening with your body metabolically. So I just want to bring awareness to this. I mean, whether you decide that you need an online telehealth group like Marek Health, come on. I mean, I can't speak higher enough of it. Um, or whether you actually talk to your gynecologist, your own specialist, and actually bring this to their attention and say, you know what, I know you say your labs but are normal, but can we talk about this a little bit more in depth? And ask the questions. Do the research for yourself. Ask your doctor the specific questions and find out, what are treatment plans what are my options? And if they're only giving you like one option, you might want to consider other options. You might want to decide, you know what, I want more options. What are my options? Girl, you've got options. Hopefully you do. I know we don't all have all the options, but find out what are the options that you do have, right? Because I think that we just take for granted that the doctors always know, and they don't. Sadly, we're finding out that many doctors, even gynecologists, they're not specializing in menopause. They're not. They're specializing just kind of generalized gynecology, not necessarily in hormones or hormone replacement. And so patient and buyer beware. just know that if you're what your doctor has to offer, and if they're trying to push one thing because it's something that they push to all of their patients, I think that will be a red flag. And I know this is probably going to step on some toes, and that's fine. I just want to bring awareness. I want you to be wise. I want you to be smart to find out what's going on for yourself. Um, my own experience with what's going on, like I said, I had these symptoms, but now for the past, it's been, I'm sure, 8 weeks by now, and I'm feeling freaking amazing. My energy is like back better than it was. Like I said, my sleep has been restored. No more night sweats. No more of that unusual anxiety, which I've never really had anxiety before. So that was resolved. It's really strange, but it's true. It's a symptom of menopause. My libido and my energy has been restored, and I just feel like I could just go on and on about it. So if you go directly through Merrick, they do require that you invest in advance to see the provider. But if you go through RTF, you don't have to commit to a provider. You only pay for the labs and the review, and then you get to take all that documentation, and you can decide. You can decide after you see everything, after you see the full comprehensive review, do I want to schedule an appointment with the Marek Health provider? Or do I want to take these papers and my lab work to my doctor and say, here's what I have here. What can we do? Up to you. Plus, not to mention, which I think I did, that full comprehensive review of your labs and everything is going to give you recommendations in every single area, whether it be your sleep, whether it be your cardiovascular, your sex, your sexual function. The list is just endless. It's like a very comprehensive, page after page. But when you see this, they make recommendations, and they'll tell you, here are the things that you're able to do with lifestyle that will improve this area. It's amazing. It's truly amazing. And then, and here are some things that we recommend, treatment, medication, supplemental things that we recommend. So it gives you all this information. So like I say, whether you go through Merrick, whether you come through RTF or not, I just wanted to bring awareness today to you. And for all of my Rockstar members, remember, please don't go to the website don't go to our public website. For all of our Rockstar members, you guys have a very special deal. So for everybody, you can go to your members portal, and we have everything in there for you, Rockstar ladies, inside of our members portal. You have a special deal. So everybody on the outside, you have a special deal. Compared to what Merrick is offering straight from Merrick, you can save money coming through RTF. You just go to our website, drop down menu on our resources, and go to the Marek Health page. And there you can sign up, and you can get more information. That's going to be in the show notes. And that is pretty much all that I have for you today. I'm recording this episode just over a week, I think. No, a week in advance? Yeah. No, actually, just less than a week in advance of when this episode is going to drop. So if there's any other developments between now and the day that this drops on Monday, they'll be in the show notes. So I do want to encourage you to check the show notes to see what's going on with RTF, any kind of updates, any kind of challenges coming up, which we are in the middle of our round 6 Kickstart challenge. And shout out to all the ladies in there with the challenge, and they're doing amazing as always. All of our challengers that come in, I love the Rockstar clients that we get. The ladies that come in, they're committed. Nobody's doing this perfectly. Nobody's trying to everybody knows that we are not here to be perfect, because perfect is not something that exists. And I think that's the beauty of what we do in RTF, is that we are all working on our own individual health and fitness, and together, right? We're stronger together, learning together. And so anyway, shout out to the ladies in Kickstart Challenge. If you are looking to be in the Kickstart Challenge, the next one, round 7, get on the wait list. That'll be show notes, link in the show notes for that. And then we do have another exciting thing coming up. So I don't know. I'm not going to announce it yet, because I don't know if it's going to be public by the time this drops. So like I say, check the show notes, because there might be something new. I don't know. Well, that's all I got for you, girl. If there's anything that I hope that you walk away from this episode is just that you can take power back with your health and your fitness in all of the ways, right? In the choices that you make in your food, because food is medicine. And I think to myself, like how I used to feel before my transformation, and the health issues that I was dealing with, it's just night and day. And then to compound it with hormonal decreases in hormones that our body's not producing anymore, and then the stresses of life, and then not keeping up with activity and fitness and working out and taking care of your body. I just cannot imagine how, like, I mean, I can just imagine how it must feel. But I do want to encourage you that no matter where you're at in your health and your fitness, you can begin to make huge changes in how you feel physically, mentally, emotionally, and you can do that, and you can take back your power. So I just want to encourage you, find ways to do it. Yes, there's a lot, right? It can be very overwhelming. Just do one thing at a time, okay? That's what I always tell our rockstar ladies. There's a lot of habits, and your healthy, fit lifestyle is established. The foundation is on habits, and the human mind cannot focus on more than one habit at a time. So choose one habit to focus on until it sticks. And it has stuck when you're not having to think about it or put any more energy into that habit. Get that habit in place, established, and then move on to the next habit. I'm always going to be encouraging you to work on your habits, because that's what your health and your fitness and your fit lifestyle is established on. Once you establish that one habit that sticks, you can take all the energy, all the emotional, mental energy that you put into building that one habit, and then redirect it into the next one. This is how we build habits in our life, girl. So I hope that there was some kind of nugget in this episode that helps you and encourages you. If you have any questions, I'm always here for that. Just send me an email, rtfteam@rockthatfitness.com, or you can find me, on the socials. Love to hear from you. Love to hear that you're listening to the podcast, that you're enjoying the podcast. And if you, like I said, if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm here for you, girl. All right. Let's take back our power. We got the power. All right. Stay strong and rock on.